It's Brazil new skills new you. The Wi-Fi's down. So I was like, what can I be doing productive in the meantime? One of the things I'm reading is Fierce Conversations. The subtitle says Achieving Success at Work and in Life, One Conversation at a Time. I would politely suggest to rename the subtitle to How to Have Those Conversations We've Been Avoiding. That's really what happens. A really strong book about having conversations that pass the surface level, about exploring topics that may be uncomfortable or difficult, but necessary. And she gives a lot of really great stories as examples. I like that about the book. I don't like that she uses some really strange analogies, uh, words and concepts that seem esoteric. And if you have to look it up, that's exactly my point. Overall, fantastic. She obviously has done this well for years. Um, and one thing that I like that I'm going to borrow is she'll have sets of questions to ask yourself. An interesting concept. How does she say it? Every conversation is with yourself. Sometimes it includes other people. So she has self-reflection questions. And it gave me an idea for my book. It's called Better Questions, Better Clients. And I thought it'd be helpful. Maybe it's a supplementary resource, bonus, if you will. Just having a collection of questions, questions for every scenario, stage of life. And yeah, I think that could be valuable to some people. I know it's helpful to me, so I'll share it with you all. So when the Wi-Fi's down, what do you do? Oh, that should be the title of the video. Wi-Fi's down. What do you do? And then, like, I want you to reflect on that question. When's the last time you did activities that did not require access to the internet or cellular service? When's the last time you had some quiet time, some thinking time? Mine was yesterday. I, when I drive, I often leave the radio off. I don't listen to a podcast. It's just silence. And that can be really tough for the first 30 minutes or an hour. It can be really uncomfortable. But then something happens. You start to see your thoughts, and you start to be able to sort them out, all that noise that's in your head. And as you keep going, the thoughts all start to line up in order, start to make sense. If you ever played a game called Tetris, right? It's colored blocks of different shapes, and they drop down, and you can arrange them in patterns. If the blocks covered a straight line across, it would blink and disappear. And so the more neatly you arrange the blocks so that there's a complete uninterrupted line across, the whole screen could clear. It'd disappear. There would be no blocks anywhere till the next one came down. For just a brief moment, it'd just be empty space. And that's what happens for me when I drive. Eventually, if it's far enough, or it's a long enough trip, there's empty space in my mind. It's clear, it's quiet, it's peaceful, and it's amazing. Probably not something you could really duplicate without, um, let's say, some supplementary support. And so that quiet time's been important to me. So something she mentioned in the book was fierce conversations with yourself. Here it is, page 102. Uh, each September, I take a long walk, typically 5 to 7 days alone. The purpose of my September walks is to revisit, reclarify, and recommit to what my soul desires. Listen, I'm going to warn you one thing. Again, this Wi-Fi off, so this wasn't a planned conversation. But sometimes the serendipitous is beautiful. I need to get back to reading my book on here. So that's a challenge for myself to do here very shortly. But I want to share with you, like, what is it like building new skills for you behind the scenes? I think we see all these hyper edited videos. We don't realize how many takes or how many times they repeated those lines before it was perfect before they put it out. And I hope that there will be some space, some value for authenticity in this world full of artificial intelligence. So that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. Try to get on my computer, and the Wi-Fi's off. So I was like, okay, how will I spend this time? And so I spent some time reading. And she talked about that quiet time, and I reflected on my quiet time. It's not walking for 5 days in September, but it's a drive. That's what works for me. And I thought about sharing that. My question to you is, how do you refresh, clear, organize your mind? Is it writing? Maybe is it drawing? Is it art? Maybe it's long walks for you. Maybe someone you talk to. And having an answer to that question, I think better questions get better answers. Having to answer that question is going to be important for you as you get closer and closer to your goals. The clarity that comes from the silence is going to be essential to helping you achieve your goals more quickly, more smoothly, and perhaps even more important, correctly, where you can spend a lot of time and energy working this way and you achieve something and realize that's not even what you wanted to do. It's not even an authentic reflection of yourself. I've been there before. It's the most perplexing feeling to achieve something great and then not feel satisfied, happy, or fulfilled. So that clarity is important. And that's honestly where I've had any level of success in my business. It's not because I'm some masterful coach or brilliant speaker. It's because I help people achieve clarity. And that clarity comes from the questions we ask. That's why the next book is Be Asking Better Questions. Remind me to put a link in below. Because I know someone's like, I need to read that. That clarity happens when the Wi-Fi is disconnected, when the cellular service is off. That clarity happens in a quiet time. So I'm thankful for the Wi-Fi is off, even though I'm pretty annoyed. I have a lot of things to do. It's my planner, my checklist. So what do you do in the quiet time? Are you upset? Are you mad? You yell? You go for a walk? Do you read a book? You close your eyes and reflect? You do some writing? Or maybe you're like, no, Bruce, I've got to be on a call at X hours, X time. And maybe you get up and go to a coffee shop. But I want you to think about that question. What would you do if the Wi-Fi was off? And maybe in this scenario, we need to say you don't have any work to do. That might be tough to imagine. But let's just say, listen, you don't have any meetings, you don't have any deadlines, just for an hour. 1 hour, you're like, man, I've got a whole hour. What do you do? How do you spend that time? And give yourself a chance. Maybe if you need to write it down, I found that writing it down forces you to articulate the idea and the emotions, not just feel them, but to identify them. And the answer to that question might surprise you. The answer to that question might just change your life. Just heads up. It's a warning. The clarity happens in a quiet time. That's the lesson, the serendipitous lesson I wasn't expecting to share. I'm gonna read for a little bit more, and then I gotta call tech support somebody because I got work to do. But remember, I'm Bruce Hill. Make sales simple for startup founders, entrepreneurs like you. And I live my life and my business on a simple principle that one new skill will change your life.